So listen up, kiddies and troopers. Today I'm going to tell you the story about a fictional character that kind of no longer exists, but still kind of does. I'm talking about, of course, DJ Greg Peterson. Many of you might wonder why my Snapchat name is DJ Greg Peterson and why the channel name has something DJ Greg Peterson in it, I think. Once upon a time I used to DJ, and my DJ name was DJ Greg Peterson. It was given to me by Tyler, the bar manager at the time at the bar that I ended up starting at. The thing I need to tell you guys about is, I guess we got to go all the way back to the very beginning and come to how DJ Greg Peterson came to be. Once upon a time, a friend of mine, I was broke and I wasn't working while I was kind of working. I was looking for work. And I think I was just maybe starting my job at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I was looking for something better, something that I would enjoy more. Nothing wrong with Shoppers Drug Mart if that's where you work, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be in sales. Surprisingly, now I'm in sales. Anyway, a big thing that happened was I was hanging out with my buddy one day. He had to go get a part, and we went to this place. It was like this second-hand parts place, whatever. And he goes in and he's talking to one guy, and I guess the guy that worked there ran a DJ thing. And my buddy knew I was kind of interested in becoming a DJ. I was always interested into music, and I love music. And so Buddy's talking with him, and he finds out that he's hiring. And Buddy drops off a resume with him. Buddy doesn't tell me that he's hiring. I kind of knew that the guy existed, but I didn't know that he actually was hiring or anything. So some time goes by, I find out my buddy gets a job as a DJ. I'm kind of choked because I was like, dude, like, what the fuck? So, but I digress, things kind of go on. A few months go by, I've been working at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I got a second job at Sheffield Coffee Shop in the mall. So I'd go from one job to the other, and I was working two jobs on a daily basis, kind of like I do now, but not nearly the same hours as I was back then. So, and then on a Friday night, I didn't have work till Saturday. I had either job. So the Friday night, I go out with a couple buddies, and we go to Holly's in Yorkton, the Dome. Yeah, it used to be a cool place, and I'm not just saying that because I worked there. So I go in and we're hanging out, and it's a quiet ass Friday night. There's not much going on. There's no one really there. So I go up to the DJ, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "I have a question for you." And he's like, "All right." I was like, "I haven't been drinking much." I said, "So this might sound weird." I said, "What do you suggest to someone that wants to get into DJing?" And he says, and his name's Carl. I can't remember his DJ name because it's been quite a few years now. It was back when I was 19 when I did this. So Carl's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I'm interested in getting into DJing, and I just don't know how to do it." And he's like, "Well, hang on, I'll go grab the manager." And I was like, "Okay, maybe the manager can answer my questions." I'm like, whatever. If I get my questions answered, bonus. That's all I really want. So I'm standing there waiting, and he doesn't go get the manager. He calls. He's like, "Bar manager Tyler, to the DJ booth, please." And it takes him a little while because bar manager's looking out there like, what the hell's going on? Tyler finally comes up, introduces. I shake his hand and stuff. I'm like, "Hey, I'm Tim," and he's like, "Hey, I'm Tyler." And Tyler looks at Carl and is like, "What's up?" And Carl looks at Tyler and tells Tyler he's interested in DJing. Tyler looks at me, straight face, says, "Bring me a resume." I'm like, "Okay, I can do that." So, and I was like, "But I have no experience on there, whatever, at all." And he's like, "I need to see a resume." I was like, "Okay." So the next day, I had the day off, so I make up a resume because I didn't even have one at that time. Or maybe I had one, but I had to update it, whatever, and added Sheffields and stuff like that. Tried to make it look as impressive as possible. Take it back that Saturday, and the bartender, she tells me, "Tyler's not in right now. Is that cool?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. He just told me to drop off a resume." She said, "Cool. I'll put it on I'll put it on his desk." And I was like, "Awesome." And I was like, when is he back? And she was like, Monday, Tuesday, he's back. So I was like, okay. So I call up Monday in the morning and I get told bar's not open yet. I'm like, okay. So I call after lunchtime, like around 1 o'clock, like around like 2:30, 3 o'clock. I just finished my first shift and get told, no, Tyler's not in. He's not going to be back till Wednesday. I was like, okay. So I call back Wednesday and ask if Tyler's had a chance to look at my resume yet. No, haven't seen him. I call back Thursday. I call back Friday. I call back Saturday. I call back the following Monday, because at that point I didn't think the bar was open on Sundays. Call back the following Monday. Finally, I call in on Tuesday, and I was like, has Tyler had a chance to look at my resume yet? And I think it went on for like 2 weeks, and then she's like, hang on a second, he's here. So I'm just sitting there, I'm on my cell phone, I got my Motorola Razr, I'm trying to be all cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm just calling a bar on a Tuesday because I'm awesome. And she's like, Tyler says to bring in CDs, to come in Wednesday night and bring CDs with you. And Wednesday night I go in, I have like this shitty little CD booklet thing, like I think it held 20 CDs at the time. I was like, yeah, this is what I'll need. And I'm like, this is all I need. And I got introduced to Tyler, and I got introduced to Brennan, and they both kind of showed me the ropes. I learned on this super janky old style mixer, 4-channel, but they all shared an equalizer. It was actually given to me later when the bar upgraded to newer equipment. The owner, I was like, what are you going to do with it? He was like, I don't know, do you want it? And I was like, sure. I have no idea what I'll do with it, but I was like, that's kind of what I learned on, and it's old school technology, so I was like, I'll take it. Like, that's awesome. So, and so the bar kind of, the night kind of starts, and I'm learning, and I'm not doing the best, and I'm kind of like, I don't know how to beat match, I don't know how to do shit, but I'm out there, and I'm trying, and I'm wanting to learn, and I'm like asking, like, what else can I do, and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know what to play, so I'm asking like the bartender, I was like, what do you want to hear? And so between Tyler and Brennan, they decided to give me the name DJ Greg Peterson, and it just stuck, and it stuck for a good 5-10 years. Even today, people still know me as DJ Greg Peterson. I still sometimes dabble in DJing, and I went on like that. I started off on Wednesday nights doing karaoke, and I wasn't a big fan of karaoke because, God, some people just can't sing. But other people, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And I loved it. And it was music. And I was always kind of playing and trying out new things. And then we made the karaoke system a little bit better of a setup. And things just kind of progressed and got better. And then one day, Carl sent me a text message and says, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, not much, just chilling at home. He's like, you working right now? I was like, no. He's like, come down to the bar, I got to talk to you. And I was like, okay. So I go in, I talk to him, and he's like, hey, and it's like a Friday night, and he's like, hey, next Saturday I gotta do a wedding. Or he's like, I got a wedding I gotta go to. Can you cover my Saturday and I'll do your Wednesday for you next week? And I was like, sure. And he was like, okay. And so he calls bar manager Tyler up to the booth. We're hanging out there, and Tyler comes up, he's like, what's up, guys? And Carl looks at me and says, he's going to do Saturday for me next week because I got that wedding. Tyler looks at me, straight face, says, don't fuck this up. So I go in on Wednesday night, kind of hang out with Carl because he hasn't done the new system yet for karaoke. So I'm just like, whatever, chilling. It's no big deal to me. And so it's a pretty good night, pretty good time.
800 meters, turn right onto Manitoba 6 South.
I'm on my way to Gimli right now, so I've got my phone being used as GPS, so I know where the hell to go. And then, after that Saturday night, then it kind of became, I was doing Saturdays more often. I'd rotate them out with Carl, and because he'd want a night off, things like that. And I just loved it. I still love DJing.
Manitoba 6 South, Manitoba 68 East, signs for Manitoba 6, Airdale.
Thanks, GPS.
Continue on Manitoba 6 for 11 kilometers.
Anyway, that's kind of how things went. That's how I got into DJing, was basically just pushing and not letting up, because it was something that I wanted, and I wanted to share that story with everybody, because I feel that a lot of people don't push to get things that they want anymore. They just kind of want it, and if they don't get it right away, they just give up. And unfortunately, that's a super shady thing, and we need to stop doing that as a society. Sorry to get preachy at the end, but the story did kind of have a bit of a reasoning behind it. So I'm really hoping Ericsdale has some premium fuel, or at least mid-grade, because I got to get some fuel soon. So, but that's it for now, folks. I guess I'll give you the little entail of what ended up happening with DJ Greg Peterson. Ended up leaving DJing per se as a regular basis, because racing tends to happen early Saturday and Sunday mornings. The bar lets out early Friday, like early Saturday mornings, early Sunday mornings. So it was kind of one of those, I really do love racing and driving, and DJing was actually kind of cutting into that to be safe, I guess is the best way to put it. But just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, like if you liked, share the video, and subscribe, and there'll be more content like this, more like little motivational stories and stuff like that, because I want to help bring people to like the next level. I'm on my way to the next level. I'm still learning, but I want to not just take people with me. I don't want to just tell people this is how you do it. I want to be like, hey, take my hand and let's go. We got this. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.